Okay, we're live. I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. Let me get this banners and stuff up. All right. Hey, thank everybody for joining us today. Happy Memorial Day. Um, I know a lot of you all might have today off. Unfortunately, I didn't have today off. I had a couple of things I had to do. For one, I'm actually this is tomorrow is our really official start to the new season in the ice cream parlor. So I wanted to get everything up and cleaned out and everything organized, ready to rock and roll. So I came in today and got the ice cream parlor where getting it, we're still getting it where it needs to be at to run for this new season. Also, I had forgotten, but I had a customer that has a commercial dryer. They called me, and I told them I would come out Monday. They called me over the weekend. Today was a holiday, and I told them I'd come out today and take a look at it, and so I had to go do that. Today I've pretty much been working on my trucks, just doing what I wanted to do. It's been a good day, even though I've done the commercial dryer. I was done before 12 o'clock, so no, it took me about 2 hours to do everything. That includes driving there and driving back, and made a nice little lick. Got me about $600 to go out there in about 2 hours, so that was good. And so it's been a good day. The rest of the time, I've been kind of doing what I want to do, taking my time, just planning out this season how things going to go with the ice cream park. We're 2 weeks away from the actual national convention for Appliance Boot Camp. It's going to be June 15th, 16th, and 17th. On the 15th, we're going to have the actual meet and greet. That's on a Thursday. We're going to have Keyron and friends. They're going to be performing, be the actual doing the rocking on Rayford. They're going to be the actual act. They're a nice R&B band. So come on out Thursday night. The band gets started about 6 o'clock. The band gets started and they'll play till about 8:30. So come on out downtown Selma, North Carolina, 124 North Rakeford Street. The band will be set up right in front of the ice cream parlor and appliance boot camp. Come on down. It's free for everybody. Just come on out. We have food trucks and everything. That's on Thursday. That Friday from 9 until 5. We're gonna have the national convention. We'll break at 12 o'clock for lunch. We'll come back. We'll break from 12 to 1 for lunch, and then we'll come back and we have the afternoon session. We have the morning session and the afternoon session, and it's gonna be a great time. We're gonna have the gala on Saturday. The gala is gonna be from 3 until 6. I like the day parties. I'm 50 years old. I don't like to be out late. So the gala will be from 3 to 6. It's gonna be at the Serving Spoon. What I would like for you all to do, if whoever your business uniform is, just get a nice polo with your logo on it, and wear that to the actual gala, so we can see everybody out there representing their actual businesses and stuff. You can even wear it to the convention. Want to show everybody that the power of entrepreneurship, especially within the skilled trade. So if you get your nice polo, nice shirt, doesn't necessarily be polo. Just get your nice shirt with your logo or wear your uniform, and come on out there. We're gonna represent. Put on our designer stuff, our logos, our brands. So wear that to the gala, and I think it's gonna be a great time. Uh, Thank you, Miss Joyce. Thank you, Jeff and Spook. They're actually allowing us to use the Rudy Theater for the actual convention, and Miss Joyce is allowing us to come down to the Serving Spoon to do the gala. So what we're going to be talking about at the convention is going to be taking the next step, securing our future. We're going to be talking about, because right now everybody should be making money. If you're in appliance boot camp and you're in the appliance repair business and you're still living paycheck to paycheck in appliance repair, I don't know what else I can tell you, because it doesn't take much. All you need is 2 stops, 3 stops a day is all you really need, running an appliance repair business to actually make real good money and not have to live paycheck to paycheck. If you've been running your appliance repair business for more than a year and you're still living paycheck to paycheck, you might need to go find you a job or something because it just might not be in you to actually run the business because you're not following directions. If you follow what's in the blueprint, you will be okay. But if you've been doing it a year or two and you still struggling and this and that, you're not following the directions, you're not following the blueprint. You're trying to do it on your own, and you're gonna have a hard time trying to do it. So you might be better off letting somebody else tell you what to do and holding that, let them play in your future and your days out for you. But we're gonna have speakers actually talking to us about different opportunities that's available to us to actually secure our future and to make sure that when we take this next step, because I'm 50 years old, I'm in the retirement. I'm in the retirement, and a lot of you all are not far behind me. So it won't be long for y'all have to cross over that threshold into retirement. And I want you all to have a plan. You just don't wander into retirement and think you're going to be okay. I want you all to have a plan. If you all going to be uh, building out your businesses to actually to grow and that be your retirement. With that, we need you all to be getting into the peer groups. Go to USA, PSA, some place where they have peer groups where they can actually talk to you. You get around people who have built out their businesses where they have large technicians and stuff, and using their business as retirement. I've never done that, so I'm not the person that can tell you how to actually build that business out more than two or three technicians. That's all I ever done. But to get to some place where you're gonna have a bunch of technicians and that business is gonna be retirement, you need to actually get into the USA, PSA, and get in groups around people who have done that, so they can actually mentor you and pour into you. Because the only person gonna be able to tell you how to do it is somebody who's done it before. And that kind of leads us back into the topic today. While flipping NJ and DJ Envy, business failed. Even though they got millions of dollars. And I always tell people, it don't matter how much money you throw at a bad business. It's like a broken soda machine. I don't care how much money you put in it, you're not gonna never get no soda out. Same thing. If you got a bad business model and you don't know how to run a business, I don't care how much money somebody gives you, you ain't gonna get the results you're looking for. You're gonna always keep coming up with nothing. And we don't realize that, especially as us. I have to go back to the African American community, but we don't see a lot of entrepreneurs and a lot of business owners. So with that, it's like I keep telling you all, it's three things that you need to actually get a business, somebody to actually run businesses and stuff, and somebody who's truly entrepreneur. You got to have knowledge. They had the knowledge. They knew all the terminology. They knew how to go get the properties. They knew all of the jargon. They knew all that stuff of wholesaling and how to go get financing, how to go get hard money lending, how to FHA, all that stuff. They knew all of that stuff, and they had understanding. They understood what all that stuff meant and the ramification of doing it, getting your credit right and all that. They knew all of that stuff. So they had, and that's mainly what we have in our community. We have two, and that's mainly what most people have. They have the two ingredients. You have the knowledge and the understanding. But the most important part you need, the most important, I keep telling you all, the most important part you need is the wisdom. How you can take the knowledge and understanding, how you can take all that stuff, the wholesale, and how you can take your credit, how you can take the finances in that property and apply it to what you're trying to do and get the result. That takes wisdom to do that, and very few people can do it. Very few people can do that. Very few people have wisdom where they can take all of that information and all of that stuff that they give you and apply it to that actual product, that service, apply it to somebody's life and get the results that they want. Because it's only very few people can do it. That's why most businesses fail, because most people think because they have the knowledge and understanding that they don't that they don't that they can do anything. And you can't. You gotta have the wisdom, and the only way you're gonna get the wisdom is somebody has to go before you and go through there and do that thing. And like I say, if you can do it if you got enough cash and you got enough wherewithal and enough tenacity to stand there 10, 15, 20 years and figure it out, you'll figure it out. But it's gonna take you a minimum of 10 years to figure it out. And you're gonna go broke, and you're gonna all this stuff that they're going through. That's what I go through to figure it out. And now if they stick with it on the other end, they'll know it. But unfortunately, they're doing it with other people's money. And you don't start taking other people's money until you know what you're doing. You figure it out with your money and go broke. And then when you start bringing other people in, you don't work out all the kinks. But that's their problem. They just didn't have it. They just don't have the wisdom to actually do it. And I had the same thing happen to me. The exact same thing happened to me. I got stuck with when I first tried to get into real estate. I think I told you all this. Um, when I had been with my business partners, and that's one of the things. Like I said, I had two friends that I went out with last week when I came up from Texas, and that was one of the things that he asked me why I got out of the used appliance business. You was making money. Why you quit? Because I didn't own anything. I didn't own any property. All only property I owned was my personal residence. I didn't own any other property at that time. And I'm sitting here with these guys every weekend. They buying property. Every month I gotta cut a check to them for the rent and stuff because they own the property that we was running our business out of. So here it is. They getting their cut from the profit, and they're getting their money from the actual rental of the place. So when we got to a point where we had to make a decision, we're going to keep going or whether we're going to back out. I said I'm out. I'm taking my money and I'm running to go get me some property. And so that's what I've done. And I was telling somebody this earlier today. No, people come up now and they say, oh well, they stupid. They shouldn't have gave nobody no. You don't give nobody no money. You give the money to the closing attorney and you stupid. You don't buy property like that. All the reason those people know about it now is because of YouTube. Um, like I say, 18 years ago when I went to go buy property, I didn't know anything about buying no property. I didn't know anything about it. And even we go back 22 years when we went, my wife and I go to buy our first piece of buy our personal residence. We didn't know anything. Our parents didn't know nothing about buying no house. They bought a house back in the '60s. That was the only thing that's the only people that bought a house. And then you might have had family who might have bought a house later, but they didn't buy no custom built house. They went and got a trailer. Everybody I knew, they would just go buy them an acre of land and go down there and to the mobile home place, and it was like buying a car. You go up there and they buy you get a trailer and you hope to underpin it. That's all we had. Couldn't nobody tell my wife and I how to go buy a house. We didn't know. And we were just lucky that we didn't get caught in subprime lending and all that crap. 'Cause what we done, we just say, hey, we want to go buy a house. We was looking at it like going to buy a car. We got in the car, we were driving around, looking at different neighborhoods. Back then, if you was going to a neighborhood, a lot of neighborhoods, so like if you were going to like Flutie Homes or something like that neighborhood, they had a place that you drove up, and then once you got there, they had like a sales office, and that sales office, kind of like at an apartment complex or something. It'd be a sales office there. You go there, and they had different models you can choose from. You could kind of it was pretty much track. It was track homes, and you could kind of add things and upgrade, and then they'll take you out and let you look at the different lots they had. So we went and looked at it. We didn't want something everybody had. We wanted something pretty much our own custom. So then we drive out, and a guy from work told me about go to Clayton. You can get you a nice lot, custom built home in here. So we drive up, and when we drive up back then, the real agents, you had one or two real estate agents. Here they just had one real estate agent. His main purpose was to sell out of houses in that community. And when we pulled up, the community we in now is a huge community. Probably one of the biggest. It is the biggest one in Johnston County. Most renowned, and it's a place where a lot of pretty much some people got some money at. But when we first came here, he died unfortunately, Tony. Tony McKinley, he was sitting there. He had a little trailer. Not that trailer, a little camper. He had a little camper that he sat in. Not no trailer. He had a little camper. We pulled up. It wasn't one or two houses in plantation. We pulled up. We pulled up, and he run out like a car salesman. Hey, what y'all looking for? Hey, we looking for a house. And like I say, the house they had lots where you could buy a house on the lake, get a lot on the lake. And we was like, yeah, I want a lot on the lake. And he actually told me, he said, instead of getting this one, let me take you down. I can give you 5 acre lot. And we drove. We went on a little dirt road, and it was 5 acres. I could have got it for like 20,000. And I told him, man, I'm just coming out of Stovall. I ain't going to no dirt road. He was telling me, man, it won't be dirt long. I need to sell some of these 5 acre lots. I was like, nah, take me back over to the lake lot. So he went back, and we get to the lake lot. He tells me, how much money have you been pre-approved for? We didn't know anything about that. We're not pre-approved. You're not. Where do you work? We told him where we work. We told him our salaries. Oh, okay. You should be able to get it financed, no problem. So he told us where to go get financing it. And we went to this lady named Chevy Hall. We went there. She gave us financing, told us how much we was pre-approved for. We came back pre-approved. He said, well, "Who's your builder?" I don't know. We don't have a builder. You don't have no plans. Nah. So he hooked us up with a builder. The builder asked us, did we know what we want? We didn't know. He gave us different addresses to go look at houses he had built. We went and looked at houses and stuff that he had built. Then we came up with what we would like to have in the different houses that he had built. And from there, that's how they built our house. We didn't know. We didn't know what we were signing to anything. Then come forward 15 years, 10, 15 years later, here it is now. I'm going to be a real estate investor. I go out here and I'm looking at this property. I see this guy. He got at that time the first piece of property that I bought. It was 3 houses in the package. One for 13,000 for 3 houses. And I go there and I meet the guy and him and his dad, and they say they're gonna sell these 3 houses for 13,000. I thought it was like buying a truck, a car. Okay, I'm gonna buy them. So I would have if they would have told me right then and there, give me the 13,000 or whatever. I would have gave him cash or wrote him a check and think let's go to the bank and let me go get you get it notarized like you do a title for a car, and then I'm gonna get the title to the property. I didn't know. There wasn't nobody I could ask. But it was just lucky at that time the city had came in and they were getting ready to take their property, and they were going to assess them with a fine, and they needed to get that out of their name. So they told me what you need to do. You need to go down to the city and tell the city that you're going to buy this property from us, and from there they'll get it out our name and they'll get it into your name. So I go downtown to the city. I give them the address, and the city tells me yes, that they are going to put a fine on the guy. But if I buy it and I come with the plans and stuff to renovate them to get them up to par, then I wouldn't have to pay the fines, and they'll give me, I think it was like a year or two. Uh, so but they tell me I got to go to the town attorney because they the ones who's handling it. So that's the only reason I didn't get stuck with I got the property. I would have gave them the money because I didn't know. So I go there and give them go to the town attorney. The town attorney does all the title work and all that, and tells me I pay this amount of earnest money, and then a month later I go back and give them the rest of the money, and I got my property. But at the same time, I didn't know. So now here comes my friend. My friend was a general contractor, and him and I had been working, and we saw that because we were gonna do the same thing Envy and them was doing. My friend and I, he was a general contractor. I was an electrical contractor. We actually worked and saw what happened in Durham and in Raleigh doing gentrification. But we were doing it for other people. I was wiring houses and stuff for other people, and he was repairing the houses and stuff for people. And we always say, okay, if we ever get our hands on some money and we find this happen again, we're gonna do it for ourselves. But here you go now. I got the dang on money. I got the property. because I'm pretty tight now with some cash on me. So I what's it called? I call them and I say, hey, I got these properties. Let's renovate them. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna get somebody who's doing the exact same thing. We had somebody that was signed up to get people credit right. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna renovate them, and we're gonna do lease to own. And if their credit was bad, they're gonna work with the credit people and try to get where they can actually get there after a year or two. They'll get their credit together and be able to buy houses directly from me. Otherwise, I didn't care. I wanted them to just keep leasing to own it, and then eventually, if they didn't pay, I could snatch it back and do it again. But the houses, I would have had the houses repaired and paid for free and clear. And I didn't mind just financing and say, hey, I don't get money for the next 25, 30 years off of this, and I can take it back at any time. So that's what my plan was. And what I've done, I asked my friend how much it's going to be to get this house up and done. And he told me, and I've done the same thing. I gave him all the money up front. Gave him all the money up front. And then months later, same thing these people are having. I'm calling, hey, when you gonna get this? When you gonna get this? And like I tell you, whenever somebody gonna, when you call somebody, they're gonna give you that biblical story of Job. You in trouble. He told me I felt just like Job when you came to my house and you told me about that. I found out just like all contractors and all people doing dating stuff that they don't know how to run a business. So all his he was behind on his he was about to lose his house. He was behind on his bills. He had other projects he hadn't finished, and so he took all my money, caught his bills up, and went ahead and finished other projects. Then when it got time to do mine, he was tapped again, and and by that time uh, it was the housing bubble had bust, and wasn't nobody calling him to do anything. So he was tapped, and he had no money to get mines done. And on top of that, he had spent the money for the material. He told me he couldn't do it, and he actually took a job with another company. So he could. He said, "But I'll work on yours on the weekends when I get back." Because the company had him going out of town. So I said, "Okay, that's no problem. We can do mine on the weekend." But what happened? He's gone for maybe 2 weeks. When he come home, his wife and stuff he need to do at home. He ain't got time to go work on my stuff all weekend. So I told him, "Don't worry about it. Just bring the material and drop it off, and I'll Western call." And I got another guy, so I get him to actually uh, repair, do the contractor. And after about a week or two, he didn't drop it off. So I said, "Where's the material at? I'm gonna get my guys to take my box trucks over there, and we're gonna bring it over." He found out, man, I ain't got the material. Where's the material? I didn't buy it. Oh my God! So now here I go. I ain't got the money for labor, and I ain't got I don't have any money for material. I'm tapped. All my money gone. I'm tapped. And so I'm just like those people were. But fortunately for me, I still had the property. These people who just got stuck with envy in them, they don't have no property. And on top of that, another good thing, I was doing it with my cash. I won't borrow money. These people that went and borrowed money. So I was back at zero. These people are negative. If you playing spades and you in the hole, they're in the hole because they don't borrow money. They don't have no property and they owe the money back. So they stuck. They really stuck. I still had the property. So what I was able to do, I was just say I had to go to my the guy Orlando and tell Orlando, hey man, you can go take another job because he was a contractor. I said you can take another job, contractor job. I ain't got the money to pay you, and I ain't got the material. I gotta go ahead and figure this thing out. And like I told people, when I found out that all my money was gone and and that I didn't have no material, I had no cash. I was dumb. I was numb for a day or two. I was just numb. And the same thing, me and my man, we used to talk all the time. I had lost a friend in the process, and so I was numb. But lucky for me, I because of appliance repair gave me enough cash so I was able to get out there and get my material back. And I couldn't pay for labor, so my son and I started going out there on the weekends. My son and I went out there every weekend, and I bought. That's how I got all my tools and all that stuff. That's how I learned how to repair houses. I had to go out there and fix those first couple of houses myself, and get back even more. But like I say, I still own the properties. These people don't own the properties or anything. And what happened? My man didn't want to stick me. He didn't want to do me like that. But he didn't know anything about business and about developing real estate, and I didn't either. I didn't know anything about developing real estate. We were just in over our heads and just trying to figure it out. And that's what happened. We didn't. Even though I was sitting there with Abdul and Ron, I thought I knew because they told me how to go find property and whatnot. I thought I knew. But I didn't never. They didn't. I didn't ask them to walk me through it and show me how to do it because because just like them, I knew some of the terminology. I knew that I had an understanding of how to do of what was happening. I didn't have the wisdom of how to actually apply it. Now I do because I lost my money out there. Now I know how to apply it and go out there and do it. And I've done several and still doing it. And I'm still ahead. But I don't think Envy and the guy, his business partner Caesar, intended went out there with intent to actually take somebody money and to scam somebody, if we say scam. They didn't do that. They just don't know business. They just you got to think. It won't for a year or two. He was on the radio trying to arguing with Dane Dash about you own businesses and all this stuff. He didn't know anything about business. And then the next time you see Dane, he's sitting on this panel talking about entrepreneurship, and like he gonna tell Dane something about it. And Dane been doing it for 20 years. I told him, like, look at this guy. He up here sitting up here like he knows something about business now, and he don't know anything about business. I said that when I saw them doing that revoke thing or whatever thing he was doing, and they had him, Dame, and somebody else on the panel. I said, he's sitting up here like he knows something. He don't know anything about business. And it shows. That's the thing I keep telling everybody. This stuff about business, you don't have to worry about no scammers or nothing like that. The marketplace is going to show you. You can lie about a bunch of stuff. You can lie and do all this stuff with you can lie and do all this stuff about talk. Well, I'm gonna teach you how to be a motivational speaker. I'm gonna teach you how to be a life coach. I'm gonna teach you how to be a YouTuber. All that stuff where all you're doing is really producing spit and talking. You can do all of that stuff and don't get exposed. But when you bring your ass off of damn porch and you try to get in here and get on the marketplace and you try to produce a product or a service and you don't know what you're talking about, it's gonna kick your ass. And it's gonna do it. It's gonna do it. The marketplace is gonna do it because it's only gonna let the strong survive. I don't care how much money they get, how much money they throw at them. It's gonna get them. It's gonna get the marketplace is gonna make you. And when you're running a business, whatever is inside of you is gonna come out in that business. If you're a liar, if you're a cheater, if you all those things, that business is going to bring it out in front of everybody to see. So you have to work on yourself and get yourself together first before you go out here doing business. That's why people always tell me when they say a business person is a bad person and they this and they that. I know with a fact that it's hard for them to run a multi-million-dollar business and don't get exposed at that thing. Because that business is going to expose all your bad characteristics. When you're running a business and fixing your business, it's going to show and expose you, and you're going to have to fix you in order for the business to get fixed. But I'm out there today cleaning up that ice cream parlor. I wasn't called. Last week I told you I had my friends come out and they come out to the ice cream parlor. No, I thought they were going to stay out in front of the counter and whatnot. But they, like always, they want to see everything, because then they can get a good picture of what's going on. So they come and they wanted to see how where the ice cream stored at. My ice cream, the boxes and stuff was twisted. They won't in there correctly. It was just total chaos inside my dipping cabinet, and I was embarrassed about it. That they came and they saw that. I was like, damn, because I know their stuff is on point. And then they looked at it and stuff, and they didn't say nothing. But I felt embarrassed about it because that's not the way I'm supposed to be presented. And the reason why it was like that, because I hadn't been there looking at it like I should have. So that's why I said never again when somebody walk behind my counter and see my stuff. not in order the way it's supposed to be. And so that's what you have to do. And then from there, that brings me to getting my business where I go, if I need to turn $1 million out this thing. Because in order for you to get that business, you're not going to, if you're an entrepreneur, you're not going to just back up into no $1 million. Now, I can be honest, you can screw around and make 250,000, 300,000 in a business. Just playing around, not really putting no effort into it. Just doing the very base, especially doing appliance repair and all that. You can just do the bare minimum, and make $200,000 and stay under the radar. But if you're gonna try to crack up there that million and stuff like that, then all that stuff has to you have to go there and get all that stuff fixed. You everything. Same thing. If I'm gonna make this ice cream parlor cracking that million, every day is not every day, but I have to have a schedule what we're putting on that. Hey, we gotta check these. I gotta check these actual dipping cabinets, and we gotta steam them and knock the frost off, and we gotta get the bottoms cleaned out, and we gotta make sure they're in order. I got to make sure that I'm checking the inventory. I got to be making sure that I'm looking at the actual customers that's coming in per day. If I'm not getting that amount of customers in per day, I got to do something. So that's what I've done. I went back, looked at my numbers. And I'm looking, okay, on Tuesdays, I'm not getting enough people coming through the door on Tuesday. So on Tuesdays, instead of me paying all this marketing and this and that, I want them to get in and actually taste the ice cream. So I'm just gonna put dollar menus. So every Tuesday we're gonna have something on there for $1 just to get the people in, and because we making ice cream that day anyway. Really, that's just a day to make ice cream. If I can get people in to actually come in and sample it and get them to come back on a day, another off day, and spend money, or just give them to come in through the door, and we're gonna have different flavors like every time we'll have a different flavor on the dollar menu every Tuesday, so I can get people in. Now I got more traffic because I went and looked at a place Sunday. Sunday, my son and I we went out and looked at an ice cream parlor that's doing over $1 million. And I looked, I said, man, the only reason he cracking $1 million out of there is because of the actual location. The location, they've been there a long time, and that location, they just got so many cars coming through there. When I get down there in Rocky Mountain, those cars coming by there, I'm gonna bust it open over there. But that's the only reason he's doing it because we tasted the ice cream. Ice cream wasn't good to me. The flavor wasn't, and but it's the location that it was located at. And for a long time, they were the only homemade ice cream all around. So a lot of people still remember that. But you go there, it was ice cream just wasn't there for me. And I said, if he cracking $1 million out of this thing, I'm what you call. I'm definitely gonna crack $1 million out of that one and sell it. And but everything has to be intentional, and it has to be documented, and it has to be procedures that you're doing this. Everything has to be in order, and you got to get your customers in order too. To say, hey, we come in, especially my wholesale customers and stuff. I gotta have your orders in by this date, and I'll deliver it by this date. Can't have it where it's just staggering in, and then the day that we supposed to be making ice cream, I'm not supposed to be making ice cream. We gotta make ice cream, get your orders in. You gotta get your orders in by this date, or else it's gonna get it be on the next order going out. So we gotta do all of that stuff, get all that stuff in place, and I gotta actually start looking at it more. And that's the same thing you have to do if you're gonna be doing appliance repair too. If you're gonna start doing an appliance repair and you wanna crack over into that $1 million, you just not gonna it's just not gonna happen without you planning. It gotta be planned, and it has to be. You gotta be planned growth. You just can't just say, "Oh, I'm just gonna hire blah blah blah," and pull in all this business. That's another thing that killed envy in them. You just think you're gonna jump out and you're gonna catch all these millions of dollars, all these different projects and stuff, and you ain't got a funnel to bring all that stuff in. You ain't got a process to bring this stuff in. That's like me never lifting weights before, and I'm gonna go up on there and get for 400 pounds. You're gonna do something. You're gonna hurt yourself, or you're gonna do something crazy. You're gonna be taking all your money, going out here buying all these foreign cars and all this BS and diamond necklaces and stuff, and then you ain't got no capital. That's why I keep telling you all. Now you see when you start trying to renovate houses and property and stuff, $100,000 don't go anywhere, and you be taking all your capital throwing it out here on all these crazy cars, all this jewelry and stuff. Now you got no working capital to do anything. Now you gotta go when you go sell this crap, they're gonna get pennies on the dollars for it. You gotta have your capital to get out there and to stay afloat. Now you can't even make people right. You done. You crap. I don't know how you're gonna get the money to get out of that thing because y'all don't even have the properties. Y'all spent the money for the properties. So all the properties y'all finance them and they can't make the finance payments, and now they're coming back in foreclosure. So you done, you done. And people say, well, and this is another thing too that makes me mad, especially as African Americans. Where they need to, they got hold that L. Can't get mad and envying them. They should have known better to go there and give them their money. Fault. They ain't what's called fault. That's they stupid to do that. You don't complain. You just keep going. No, you don't do that. If that's the case, we got hold of L for red line. So when our grandparents got taken for a ride and doing segregation and doing slavery, they don't need no reparation. Just hold the L. That's what you're saying because somebody took advantage of you and stuff, and you didn't know any better. You need to just hold that L. So when the politicians and the banks and stuff uh, gave red lined us our properties and stuff, or drove the interstate highway right through the middle of our property, we just need to hold that L. That was our fault. We weren't smart enough at the time. You don't do that. You don't do that. This stuff that we're saying, oh, let them go, and we want to laugh at people. That's those people went out there and took out loans and stuff. Um, and trusted these guys to do what they want to do. They got these people pay this money back. They got to pay this money back. And when I saw that, I told somebody when I saw this, and a lot of that stuff coming from this a lot of this stuff is coming from these course creation. 'Cause I think a lot of it's coming from this course stuff. Because I looked, they start doing this course thing where you could get these huge amount of money for your courses, and they get financed. And then they'll finance anybody. So and you didn't necessarily have to pay me my money for my course. So that's why I stopped because I said you allow people to get this money, but they don't have to pay me for the course. They can take that money and go do whatever they want to with it, whatever they finance it with. So they'll take that money and they'll say, okay, I'm gonna sign up for your course, Mike Smith, and they'll tell them, well, we'll give you $20,000 loan. Oh, okay, but the course ain't for like dollars 3,000. They'll take the whole 20, and then they'll go and try to do some real estate flip, or somebody say, well, you can sign up for a mentorship. $100,000 they paying Myron Golden $100,000 to tell them nothing. So they'll pay. I'm gonna sign up for Myron Golden $100,000 mentorship. Oh, what he gonna tell you? He gonna tell you to just charge 10 times, charge you people 10 times whatever currently charge. So if I'm currently now charging $3,000 for appliance boot camp, I charge 30,000. That's all. I'm gonna teach you how to actually look at somebody in the face and actually take $30,000 from them, and why it's good to do that because what they tell you. Oh, because if you buy the $3,000 one, you ain't gonna do it. But if I bust you in your head for 30,000, you'll do it then. You do the appliance boot camp. I'll be like, but 30,000. But some of these people ain't giving you no skill set or nothing. No 30,000. No $100,000. And where you make that back over time and whatnot. And I told them, I said, it's kind of like if you remember the UFC when Dan the Beast, um, Dan the Beast Severn, when he first came to UFC, Dan, he had been an Olympic wrestler, you know, the man. So he comes out there and he makes it to the final his first time. And this after this with Horse Gracie kicking everybody butt, and him and Horse go at it, and he got Horse down, but Horse at that time, Dan coming from Olympics and stuff, he just didn't have it in him to just if he had somebody down to just take his fist and just pound them in the face, or take his knee and just knee you in the face and bust you up while you're on the ground and make you submit. And so what happened is no. jiu-jitsu had so many submissions. Eventually, a horse caught him in submission and made him tap out. But he was saying, like he was saying, he said, he had a horse down, and horse wanted to quit. He had him like in a move, and he wanted to quit. And horse looked over at his dad, and wanted his dad to throw the towel in. But he didn't want to quit. He wanted his dad to throw the towel in, and he said he remembered his dad took the towel and sat on it and said, "No, you want to do it." And he felt sorry for horse. He's like, "This man gonna watch me kill his son." He's like, "I could kill him right now. He gonna watch me kill his son, rather than throw the towel in on him." So he said, "It ain't worth me winning." And that's the way I told them. I said, "I just ain't got it in me to take my knee and knee somebody in the face while he's down." But that's why I think all this stuff is coming back to here, and then they take the money over there, go try to buy some real estate and stuff, and then they take the money from the real estate, go buy cars. End up buying no real estate or nothing. Because I knew this stuff. I knew this stuff because I should say, where they at? I don't see them buying the real estate. I don't see none of this. I don't see them opening up the money that's coming through there. I don't see them opening up no businesses that we can go to. I don't. When I go to these places, these little small towns, buying these buildings and renovating them and stuff, you would think they saw a unicorn or Bigfoot walking there. The whole town knows, especially the black people. We heard you was black and you doing this. Oh man, we can't believe this. The whole town is there to see you, and they want to see you do well. I said, where they at? I don't see them. I don't know not one of them who own a business building that I could go to. I kept telling you all that. I don't see. I don't know one business of them I can go patronize. None of them. None of them. What they doing with the money? They don't tricked it off, and now they took all this money and and gave it back to all these people. They don't have anything, and then scrapped all these people with all this debt. It's just crazy. I'm gonna read some of the stuff we got going on in the chat. Then I'm gonna get up out of here. Stoker reviews. I'm watching it now, Mike. It's a shame. Yeah, it is. Can't trust anyone. Yeah, they just got in over their head and didn't know, and unfortunately, like I said, now they'll know. They're gonna learn now. They're gonna learn now. BK from the Rockies. What's up, fam? 600 bones. Yeah, yep, yep. That's what I've done today. A dryer won't bat it off. And I remember talking to One Stop Mike when I was out there, and I asked him how he doing his ice cream parlor. That's what he told me. He said he'd go out and do his service calls before 12. Then he'd come open up his ice cream parlor at 1. But shout out to him, One Stop Mike. I saw they sold out Saturday where they was at. And it's good stuff, great stuff that they're doing. But that's what he's doing, and you can do it, man. I'm not telling you, there's so much money that can be made out here that's passing through us daily. So much money passing through us daily. Hold on a second, let me see. Asher, hey baby, I'm on the live. What's up? Okay, I get it. All right. Okay. So, but yeah, there's so much money passing through on us. Hold on a second. Let me check some out real quick. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. But yeah, there's so much money passing through here, and we just gotta get in here and start making some of this money. That's it. All right. What's up, BK? Are they networking? Mike Evans. Mike, my neighbor wanted me to talk to her son about getting a job. I directed him to your business and how it helped me out so much. I just hope he did it. Okay, appreciate that. Really appreciate it. Anthony Bolton says salute. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. What's going on, Marcus? What's up, Mike? What's up, ABC fam? Hey, how you doing? BK from Rocky. Mike, your story about buying your first house is so very common. I had to learn so hard on my bank. I had to lean so hard on my bank that I thought they would boot me as a customer, but they held my hand through the whole process. Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know. I was just lucky that I didn't get gas. And so for everybody to say now, oh, you supposed to know that, then nobody knows that. Like I say, that was then they didn't know, but now they got YouTube. But still with YouTube, you got people charging you to set up charging you $2,000 to register your LLC. You got people who got charging you $2,000 course on how to set up an LLC and how to do a holding company, and people paying it. And people paying it because we don't know. We don't know who's gonna tell you. DCNF, what's going on? Mike and ABC fan. I ain't say you heard about DJ everything. Okay, yeah, it's crazy. What's going on? SQ Services, ABC fam. Yeah, salute to all the veterans today. DCNF. Exactly, Mike. I will always remember that Dane Dash interview when he had DJ Envy looking silly. Yeah, yep, yep. That Dane Dash interview opened my eyes. Yeah, I think everybody. Yep. Always look at yourself first as a business owner, no doubt. Yep. Salute to all the veterans. Decent enough. I remember hiring too fast and not having my processes in order and being mad at my techs. Yeah, yeah. I had to step back and take accountability and put everything in place for them to be. No doubt, no doubt. I had definitely went through that. Decent enough. Hired too, then wonder why they just won't do what they supposed to. They don't do. You gotta have processes there. Great stuff. The only way you gonna know that you gotta be a business owner that's done it. Uh, I'm saying, like I said, when I had to get lawsuits, I had to eat it. It was my fault. That's why I didn't. Right now, um, right now, I what's him called? My friend that took my money. So I don't even get mad at him about it. I have totally forgot about it. Don't care. Because I had to take responsibility. I didn't know what I was doing, and he didn't know what he was doing. He didn't deliberately come out here. I'm gonna take your money and run. He just didn't know what he was doing. We was in over our heads. Both of us was trying to do something that we weren't didn't have the capacity to do or the wisdom to do. All right. People were taking loans. Yeah, yeah, yeah. They found it. I mean, big amounts. I'm talking about $100,000 they taking out for this stuff. Some of them, yeah, they taking loans out for this stuff to go take these courses. 30,000. I'm charging 25. Yesterday's price and today's price. Definitely don't take out a loan for a course. Don't make. They doing it. They doing it. They're doing it. They're taking it. They're taking it out. $100,000. They taking this stuff out. They signing them up for that. You pay this guy $100,000. You get to go to a convention, see him. Then he'll put you on his private jet and take you for a trip on the private jet, bring you back. Man, why do I want to do that? Oh my God, it's just crazy. The only way they get money is to keep bringing people in. They don't produce no products. The product and service they produce is just talking, and that's all we do. We do a lot of this talking like I said, this YouTube thing. And we used to have what we call storefront preachers and storefront churches. Now you got YouTube channels. Yeah, Mike, they complain about the community they actively destroy. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I don't see one stop Mike on the live. My Dave Round, yeah, Dave Ramsey need more respect on his name. Yep, no doubt. They're the finisher. Just recently, I saw somebody selling a course about selling courses. It's a cold game. Yeah, it is. It is. Guess what happened? I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you what happened. Uh, right during the pandemic, uh, all that money that the government threw out there, if you were selling a course, if you were selling anything on YouTube, because everybody was stuck at home trying to figure stuff out, and they couldn't look at TV. because the actors can go act. They were tired of looking at the same stuff on TV. YouTube took off. When YouTube took off, I don't care if you were selling plums. Of course, on picking plums, you would make money. So a lot of people making 30, 40, $50,000 a month and up selling these courses. And so with them doing that, they thought that's the way it always was going to be. So they, here they are. They making. They might have made what you call. They might have made three, 400, 500,000, half a million. Some of them made over a million. And so with that, uh, after the government, kind of like the drug game, after the government got out, the money went away. So now, if you was making 40, $50,000 a month, you might be making now three, $10,000 off your courses and off of this internet stuff. What they done, a lot of people say, well, I'm going to run the real estate. I'm going to take my money and I'm going to go buy real estate. You go buy real estate, you only get about 10% of real estate. So if you what you call, if you went out there and you bought 300, say you bought three houses, or four houses. Let's say you bought four houses. You bought four houses for $400,000. That's only going to generate you about $40,000 a month. So now but which is good, which is good money, and you still got your money, you still got you got your principal, but you ain't got no cash flow. You usually have a 400, you usually have a 40, $50,000 a month coming through your account, and now you got $3,000 to $4,000 a month coming through there. That ain't enough for you. You don't know what they say, luxury is once tasted, now become necessity. You want that 40, $50,000 coming through there again. So now you just scrambling trying to find anything you can sell to try to get it back up, get those numbers back up. But people just ain't biting, and people just ain't got the money to put out there. And now what's happening? A lot of them now are trying to jump back, was trying to jump out there and run businesses. So now they say, okay, I can't do the course thing no more. Now I'm gonna get out here. I'm gonna try to run a real business. And they go out there trying to run a real business, and they say no. They don't blew this. They don't blew a $500,000 trying to do something like Toro, buying cars and stuff. And they realize I can't do that. I can't run a business. The business is too hard. So now I gotta get out here and try to pump up selling these courses again. So now they pumping hard trying to sell you a course again, but it's just not there. The ones that were pretty smart. I don't think I was pretty smart. I knew I needed to pull that cash off and dump it into some real estate. And once I pulled it off and dumped it into some real estate, some of that real estate I turned into actual businesses, or I'm turning them into businesses. So what happened? I go buy the real estate. I still got my money from those courses in my real estate. That's there and it's appreciated. But now I'm running a business through it, and the business pulling up is still pulling a lot of money as the YouTube course was doing. So now if the course fall off, I don't care if the course fall off. I got a legitimate business I'm running through there. That's giving me giving me the same amount of money, and I'm good because I got all my real estate, and I'm developing my real estate, and now I'm okay. I got the cash flow and I got the real estate. So now I can go there to the bank, and if I want to see all my money, I ain't go out here and buy no bunch of cars and stuff like that and depreciate. If I want to see my money, I just go to the bank and tell them, hey, I want to do take I want to leverage my properties, and I got all my money sitting there. Whenever I wanted to get it, it's easy. All I gotta do is just click and drag money and drop it over here. And then when I want to pay it off, I just click here, drop it, just like doing the five banking account. Now the thing that pissed me off, I didn't know, they charge you interest. So I done that. I was buying a piece of, couldn't say that because my wife might be looking. I was buying something. I was gonna buy something, so I took some money, dropped it over there to get ready to go buy it. Then I decided it didn't go through like I thought it was. So I pushed it back over there the following week. But now it was a little bit of interest, a couple of $100 on it. I was like, okay, all right, I don't, I ain't gonna do that no more. I'm just gonna use my cash flow and just keep it sitting there. Because if you drop it over there and drop it back, they're gonna charge you that a little bit of interest. You ain't just be paying it. I thought you putting it as long as I put it back, I won't pay it. But if you grab that money and drop it over there, you don't create a little bit of interest. You gotta get paid back. So be mindful if you ever do that. Don't go grab it unless you really need it. But you need to put it back. Just know when you put it back, there'll be a little bit of interest on it. I saw that and I said, okay, I ain't doing that no more unless I really need it. But that's how I'm able to do it. And now I'm just taking the properties and stuff that I bought, and I'm just putting little small businesses into it. And those businesses actually giving me the same amount of money that I was getting off the YouTube courses. And I'm good. Uh, so all you gotta get out here and keep pushing these course all down your throat. DJ even went from chatty patty to a real estate mogul. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Yep. Course inception. Yep, it is. Yeah, they taking loans to get flued out. He put them on a jet and let them. I said, they pay $100,000 to get put on a jet. They get flown around. They come back on a man. Y'all, I can't do it. I cannot do it. I cannot do it. DCNF. I'm glad I never lived at the top of my income when I was in corporate world. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And like I say, all this stuff, all this stuff it just makes so much sense now. It makes so much sense now. And like I say, when I would see them doing this stuff, I kept saying, I just don't see. Uh, I don't see. I know what I know people who got money, and I know people who got millions of dollars and stuff, and I could go see their stuff. I could see what they were doing. I don't see anything they're doing. I don't see no grocery stores. If somebody, no, that's the thing. If a business owner, we always said this, if a business owner get money, he gonna go develop and develop the community and develop businesses. No, he looking to grocery stores. He's looking to do gas stations. He's looking at all that stuff that he needs that the community needs that he can go make money. He's gonna go build a city, build a kingdom. If you give money to entrepreneurs, that's one of the things my first mentor always called. He said that entrepreneurs are the kings. You build kingdoms. But if you give the money to if you give the money to a religious person, a preacher, he's gonna go build he's gonna go build a church. So that's why a lot of times the only place we give money is to the church. That's why these huge mega churches out there. And that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna take the money, all the money is only open once a week or twice a week, and only one or two people get paid, and they're gonna dump all the money and all your resources into a church. And if you give the money to somebody who has an employee mindset, they're gonna buy trinkets like cars and diamonds and Rolexes and stuff like that. They're not gonna build anything. And so that's unfortunately what happened. Those people right there in our community, they get the money, and they the ones who goes off. Ain't no way in the world, you know, ain't no way in the world. No other race would do what we done. Ain't no way in the world white people uh, would would say, okay, we're gonna take all our money and give it to Wolfman Jack back in the days because he on the radio and he gonna take our money. He gonna go develop properties and show us how to become entrepreneurs and business owners. Ain't no way we're gonna do that. We're gonna take that money and give it to a DJ, and he gonna go out here and I just don't know. Just don't know. Uh, Patrick Young. What's good, Mike? What's good, ABC fam? Hey, what's happening? Okay, it's now 9 o'clock. I want to thank everybody for actually watching. Like I say, if you hadn't already, buy your tickets. Come on out to. It's going to be in 2 weeks. We're going to have a national convention. We're still. After all this stuff with the envy and all them stuff, I'm gonna have friends. I don't want to give their names that's actually speaking right now, because of this stuff right here. I don't want them to get tied up in anything. I have friends that's actually doing it, have done it in real life. Gonna be talking to us about securing our future and the moves that we can make. I'm not. I'm telling you right now, I'm not taking a dollar from anybody with this stuff going on. I'm just not taking a dollar for anybody, for anything going on. But we will get the information, and if people want to do it, they welcome to do it. I'm just not going to be. I don't want to be no point person of taking no money from anybody. But we'll get all the information, and it'll be a chance for us to actually see what's around the corner. We'll be able to go see what's around the corner, plan accordingly, and have our marching papers. And I don't think all of us have to be doing something, uh, doing the exact same thing, but we can be like-minded and going in the same direction and get there. Right now, we got to get to a point where we don't have to have. There's no leader amongst nobody. There's no one person that's actually doing the directing and telling everybody where to go. They got to get to a point like all other groups. Everybody, we have a common goal that we're working on. But everybody is going in the same direction, but we might be taking different vehicles and different routes, but we're going to end up the same place. What I mean by that, uh, you know, everybody don't have to go through ice cream. Like now, I'm getting a lot of people. I want to do ice cream. I want to do ice cream. I want to do ice cream. Everybody don't have to do that. That's just stuff that I research. We got to get to the point where we have more people going out and surveying the land and finding more things like that to bring it to the forefront for everybody to look at. Because right now, you have one or two people who goes out and scout, and then everybody say, "I want to do this," versus other people going out there scouting and finding other opportunities and stuff, and getting us there. The whole thing is to rebuild a community. We need everything in the community. You need grocery stores, you need gas stations, everything that's in a thriving community. We need it in our community. And it'll work. So once again, I want to thank everybody for watching. And I'll be back on Thursday. If you're going to JT's convention, I'll be down there on Friday. I thought it was Saturday. I'm glad I looked at the actual date. I'll be down there on Friday. I'll be speaking there on Friday. So I'll be there on Friday. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to get back. I got a couple of things I have to do on Saturday, but I'll be there Friday on the second. So once again, I want to thank everybody for watching, and I'll talk to you all on Thursday. Bye bye.